Warning, the following is entirely satirical and should not be taken as truth or fact. Styles Rebel Radio and the Rebel Podcast do not own any copyrighted material that may be included in this broadcast. Viewer discretion is advised.
If I'm in an airport,
You're bombing it.
Suspend the show right now!
You're gonna zipline directly into the harpoon?
Yeah.
What do you know about planes?
I know a lot about planes.
Buckle in, dude. It's gonna suck.
Put your hand on the screen.
How did they find out? Who was the one?
This show has gotten infinitely more gay.
The mystical land of New Jersey.
I don't understand how the laws in this country work anymore.
Welcome to the Rebel Radio Show, live, uncut, and uncensored on WSRR Radio. We're saving the underground music scene. To my right is Shaney.
Hey, everyone.
On the board is Jules.
Howdy.
To my left is the Pidge.
Ooh.
Do that again. You know, you do it. No, you do it.
No thanks.
I'm Radio's Rebel DJ Style. Of course, it's Monday at 5. It's the Rebel Radio Show live, uncut and uncensored. We're brought to you by Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, GenericClothes.com, Clearview Windows, and now Hellbender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh. They're PA's one and only vinyl record pressing plant. They're one of America's most trusted custom vinyl record pressing plants. So if you want to make your next album release a physical release and not a bunch of ones and zeros floating around online somewhere, Hellbender Vinyl is the company that you want to work with. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about bomb threats.
Do you have a bomb?
I have a bomb.
Oh, really?
I hope everybody listening in the airport right now turns this up, puts it on speaker.
Yeah. What?
I am armed dangerous.
Okay.
You might consider
Jules?
me a threat.
Strapped.
Yeah, strapped? Okay.
Strapped
Okay.
up.
Well, so is this TikToker. His name is Anthony Brienza? Brienza? It kind of looks like Frieza. His last name kind of looks like how you spell Frieza, so I want to say...
Is that like the slang for freezer?
No, that... No, that's a Dragon Ball Z
Soft
character.
A, soft R, Frieza.
No,
Frieza,
listen.
yeah.
Anthony Brienza,
Yeah.
20-year-old TikToker, who seemingly is...
That says it all right there.
He's outside of an airport. Like, it looks like he's in the parking lot from the
He
video.
looks like he's on the runway. I'm a little
Yeah.
confused where this man's
He
at.
was like in a parking lot or the runway or somewhere on the road, and there was like a not on the road, but it looked like in the space
Yeah.
of the airport. You know what I mean? To the point where he was near an airport security guard, and he's going up to him saying, "Yo, I'm drunk right now. I'm a threat. I
He's
have
drunk driving.
Yeah,
Tito's in my car. I just came from drunk driving."
So he approached him and said, I was drunk. See that key over there? I just got done drunk driving that key over there.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's me.
He goes, "Yeah, I'm a threat."
I'm a threat.
The security or police, whoever it is at the airport, says, "You're a threat to who?" And he proceeds to say, "I don't know myself. Pretty much everyone around me." And then he says, "I'm strapped."
Yeah,
I'm strapped.
He says he has a fake ID.
So
Just digging a hole, dude.
this is the quote from
Yeah.
Dextro.com, reliable source.
My favorite source.
An incident report about the arrest stated that a TikTok prankster walked up to the police wearing a pair of glasses with a built-in camera. Though he wasn't carrying a firearm or a bomb, Brienza is accused of telling officers at the scene that he had a, quote, strap, which is a slang for gun. He also told them he had a bomb, and the TikToker even said he had fentanyl inside his parked car.
Oh, yeah.
Though he first claimed that he was
It's
ready
getting
to...
so much better.
though,
It just kept getting worse with it.
Though he first claimed he was ready to blow up the airport, Brienza soon assured the authorities that he was only pranking them for social media views and that he didn't have anything illegal in his possessions. Despite his efforts to back down from the threats, the TikToker was placed in handcuffs and charged with possession or threatening use of a weapon of mass destruction. He was booked in the Allegheny Detention Center and posted a $100,000 bond.
So here we have the duality of man. Because on one hand...
Do we?
Guys, listen,
we have the
hear me out.
duality of
This
man?
is the duality of man.
Mm-hmm.
Because on one hand, you have the freedom of speech.
Sure
Is
you
it-
do.
yeah, I guess he's using it.
Sure you did.
And he is using it.
Yeah.
I guess he's using all of it.
And he's using every freedom of speech you can think of. And on the other hand, he's making threats.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
literally says, quote, "Yeah, I'm a threat." Like it's some
Confessing
kind
to
of
actual crimes.
the weirdest threat, the weirdest flex imaginable. Is to
I'm a
say,
threat.
You're a
yeah,
threat.
Yeah, I'm a threat. I'm somewhat of a threat.
And the,
All right,
the
buddy.
fact that he starts out with, I was drunk driving, I have a fake ID,
Yeah.
I've got a strap, and then
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
bomb
blow
the-
up the airport.
Yeah, by the
Don't
way-
forget the fentanyl.
Oh yeah, and he has
and I
fentanyl in
have
his car.
fentanyl.
He just keeps going.
So it's not a prank. Number one.
No, it's not a prank at that point. You're
What if
you're
it
a
wasn't?
problem.
You're
What if he
committing
actually
crimes.
had
He
a
lit-
fentanyl and he actually had a bomb?
In the video, the
What if he actually?
It's
officer
definitely not a prank if he had fentanyl and a bomb.
the officer asks him like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Well, I'm just a threat to like myself,
Very
me,
Everyone.
everyone, the people around me."
Very
And,
lenient.
like he says it blatantly.
Very lenient officer, dude.
It is.
Yeah, he was kind of just
Dude,
chill with him. He was kind of
chill.
like, "All right, well.
'Cause, like, that's-
like whatever."
When he says he's strapped and then he says he's a threat back to back, that's definitely grounds for the officer to like take out his gun.
Right,
Yeah.
right, 100%.
Like, and in that point, that's self-defense. So
Right.
very lenient officer. He's very lucky
Yeah,
that this
he
is
didn't
the
pull
officer
out,
here.
yeah, he didn't pull out his gun
He
throughout
barely
any of
even
that.
took like his
he
hands
didn't.
out of his pocket.
Right, he was chilling.
He
You
was
know that-
diffusing.
You know that cop went back to the station. He's like, "You gotta watch this body cam footage."
He will not
he's like,
believe this
he's
shit.
like, "You gotta."
And granted, in the video, the guy does seem pretty like drunk. He seems definitely intoxicated or something.
His
I
boy-
think he's acting.
His boys
you
probably.
think he's just doing the like
Yeah.
crazy Hinge TikTok
I
prank?
I really
I
do.
don't know. I think his boys, they
I could see it either
definitely
way.
hyped him up to do that.
Okay,
could be
okay.
They probably,
schizophrenic,
yeah, they
honestly.
probably.
I mean, he's a TikTok guy. He's famous already on
He's,
TikTok.
he's
you know?
20, so he might be drunk.
I would
he might be
assume-
underage drinking.
I would assume that he is famous for like pranking people. on
Right.
like he has prior public pranks. Like
He's
this, you
recording
know?
it. He says it's a prank, and to our knowledge, did not have actually any of these things.
Right.
So in my mind,
I hope he did.
it's a bit for him. He's all acting for this,
100%.
right?
It's a bit for him.
So I'm thinking he's not drunk. I'm thinking that's just him trying to also lay in the bit of I just got done drinking and driving. And what does he say? There's a bottle of Tito's in the car.
Yeah, he says something like, "I have a bottle of Tito's in my car." He says he has a fake ID.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's part of the bit. Which also, what was he charged with? What was he?
It was $100,000 bond, but the
Yeah.
actual charge was the
Threatening or
threatening.
use?
Yeah, threatening or use of
Yeah.
weapons of mass destruction.
I think that needs to be
Wow.
separated.
He said he had a bomb, dude.
But he didn't
He
have
said he-
one.
he said he had a
Didn't have
bomb.
bomb, Shane.
In
You
an
can't-
airport.
But like, you can't go into an air. I know. Listen,
He threatened.
we
to kill
ha ha and
himself.
he he all the time on this here show every Monday 5 to 7, and boy do I love it. But if I'm in an airport,
You're
I'd be,
bombing it.
I would not be caught dead saying anything of the like.
I might.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be dead. You would be
Yeah,
caught
you would be
dead.
caught
I,
dead.
would
one
be
way or
caught
the other,
dead.
I'll be caught
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, you'd be dead.
All right, you got me.
Your last words.
Both of us are going to be caught
Were
dead
that.
one way or the other.
Your
Fair
last
enough.
words were this threat. I am a threat. I have a bomb.
No, listen, but,
Fentanyl
but
in the
he
car.
didn't. But he didn't.
But he
Yeah,
threatened
but he
that
still
he did.
threatened.
I
that
wish
he did.
I
wish he
agree.
did.
I agree that he threatened. I agree that he threatened.
Yes.
So he should be charged with threatening, not threatening or use. That shouldn't be one blanket charge.
It was possession or threatening.
But he didn't possess. That shouldn't be the same charge. Possession of a bomb and saying bomb should not be on the same level.
Disagree.
And an
disagree.
Airport? I don't know.
Yeah, disagree.
Two towers fall, and all of a sudden I can't say bomb wherever I
Yeah.
want.
No, I mean,
They didn't even use bombs.
I get that. Well, hey, you don't.
No, hey now, buddy.
From what we're told.
You don't.
let's go to.
From what we're told.
I think
Wait
I
till
do
October
know,
for
but-
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like we gotta wait till October. Yeah,
I think I do know. However, from what we're told officially from the federal government,
of course.
they used box cutters, which, once again, I'd like to bring up. We did a story at the end of last year where a man got halfway to Chicago and then they found box cutters on his carry-on.
I've never seen a box cutter explode that big in my life, so I call BS. I don't know how they made those box cutters explode like that.
Listen,
to
it's-
blow
it's-
up those
it's-
towers.
2024, right?
Yeah.
When was George Washington president? 1776. From 1776 to 2004.
Oh, 2004.
2024.
What happened in 2004?
Oh, that's a separate story for a
Oh,
separate
Tony
time.
Hawk's pro skater. Dude.
Yeah. We got
Valid.
to put that in the list. But
Valid.
from 1776 to 2024,
Mhm.
losing 2 towers is a pretty good track record.
All right, I
Could've been more.
That's way less than a tower a
it,
year.
It could have been more.
I feel pretty patriotic.
I mean, 3 towers total, but
3 towers would be pushing.
2 towers in a building.
Yeah, well, 2 towers and like
That's like 2.5 men.
yeah.
After Charlie Sheen.
No
Yeah,
one
it
really
was.
talks about building 7.
No.
Okay, well, wait till
Or the
October.
penthouse.
I'm
The
just saying.
Pentagon.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Playboy Mansion when they blew up the Playboy Mansion.
With a bomb.
Boobs.
a
Yeah,
big
what?
bomb.
With a bomb because they were a threat.
With big boobs at bomb.
I
yeah.
really-
Drunk driving.
I really hope someone's listening to this in the airport. Do you think you get charged for?
Call the authorities.
He got charged. Oh, I'll tell you, he
No,
got
no.
charged.
I'm saying like if you're listening to something that says bomb in the airport.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what.
I mean-
One of my favorite things, and I think that this instance is worse
Listen.
than what we're talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video of a girl who gets off a plane in New York,
Sure.
and she's talking about how great New York is, how friendly everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
She gets an airdrop as soon as she's stepping out by the luggage claim, and it's just the fucking SpongeBob gif of "I've got a bomb," and she throws her phone.
I mean,
That is infinitely worse and more of a case of possession than this.
I don't know. Because he went
I-
straight up to a cop.
She had a device that said I have a bomb and threw it.
Yeah, that's I
no,
guess, but
no.
Throwing
think
it makes it so much worse.
I think it might be of equal. Like if there were a lot of, it might be.
I want this guy on the show. What's his name?
yeah, yeah. It's
Anthony-
at
You
the
gonna
top.
pay his
Anthony
bond?
Thomas
Anthony
An-
Brienza.
Thomas Anthony Brienza.
Tommy boy. I want you to come on here and you can tell me how many bombs you have.
You are a TikTok troll.
He's a
in
bomb on
quotes. That's your
TikTok.
name now. You are a troll.
That's what
Which
he
I
looks
think
like.
that term needs to be changed.
Troll?
I'm still not a big fan of the term. Like,
you a big
it's kind of
advocate
a-
for troll rights?
Yeah. I don't know about troll.
Troll
Trolling kind of
rights?
seems like an older meme, you know? Seems
No,
like an older-
trolling is still active today.
You
my
know,
friend.
I know it's
This guy's
active,
got a
but
bomb.
like I'm
Yeah.
talking
This
like
guy's a threat.
no, but I'm talking like the word troll. I feel like the term hasn't changed, and it's
You there
it's
should be an
going to-
updated term for troll.
I think so.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
prankster.
No, because then you get this.
I don't know.
Every time I hear the word troll, I think of like 2009 YouTube. I don't know.
Like the troll face?
Yeah.
Like tralala?
Tralalala.
This isn't a prank.
This kid is not getting out of jail.
I bet he's
anytime
already
soon.
out. I bet he's already out.
$100,000 bond, dude.
Now, how rich is this kid though?
Yeah, I guess that
He was
is-
rich enough to commit to the bit of not only saying he wants to blow up the airport, but going up to a cop and saying, I was
What-
drunk driving, I had
what-
fake
how
and
do
there's
you-
fentanyl in the car.
How do you
I'm a
convince?
danger.
Here, wait.
How do you convince someone to do that? How do you like?
I don't
Yeah,
think you-
dude. You think he just did it for
I
his
think
own?
he
Yeah,
did
I don't
it.
think he needed convincing.
I think he did it for the clout.
You think he did it for his own clout?
Yeah.
You think it's like his own joke?
Yeah.
Is this Ethan? Is this?
It might be.
Here, while that didn't land him jail time, his joke was enough for some viewers to think he was, quote, pushing his luck. Though Brienza wasn't given a second chance for his airport threats, he isn't the only TikToker to have been arrested in 2024 due to making falsely dangerous statements. In May, Daniel Larson was apprehended for threatening to bomb multiple government agencies, buildings, and even
That's
the White
different.
House.
That's different. That is something that should be locked up
well,
for.
That's terrorism.
That's
Yeah.
terrorism.
Yeah, World of Shirts should be in jail. I don't know if you guys know World of Shirts, Daniel Larson. He's crazy on the internet. He's like
World of Shirts.
World of Shirts.
We're giving him a lot of press right now. So
He's a madman. Daniel Larson. Yeah, I've
is
heard
that
of
all
this
he
guy
does?
before.
Is just threaten to blow up?
No, he's just. I think he's like on the spectrum, and he drinks a lot, and he's like a public person.
That's why he should be locked up.
No,
Yeah.
he's just a problem. You should look into him. All of his videos, he's causing nuisance in like public bathrooms. and
Didn't it
stuff
just
like
say he was in trouble and locked up, or did it just say he
No,
was got in
no.
trouble for it?
that?
I
Was
think those are just
apprehended.
instances.
He was apprehended. It doesn't say whether
So
he
he
was
got
like,
in trouble.
of some kind, and I think he's probably been apprehended before.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like this dude clearly. I don't think he needed any motivation. I think he wanted to do this,
Mm-hmm.
and he was clearly wealthy enough or off enough to be unfazed with doing it. Like he had to know going into it, there's probably going to be some repercussions.
No,
And
I think these TikTok
And the-
pranksters and like the modern day people who play pranks and what they think are pranks really are like they've
he-
been lobotomized and they're walking around. Like,
and they kept the
normal.
footage and still posted it because, like, I imagine he went to the station and the cops were like, "All right, you can delete this video."
yeah,
and
it's
he's
not
still-
the cops' footage;
And
it's
he's
his
still-
footage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
right.
his phone recording. It's So
I don't know.
Yeah, the video was of
In 2
him-
weeks, everybody's gonna get recommended Ewu's fucking security cam footage of teen that threatens to blow up airport.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna get on YouTube in 2 weeks from the fucking crime investigation body cam channels.
Brienza is a terrible last name. Also, I just really hate pranksters.
Yeah, fuck that name.
I really hate pranksters.
I hate what's dictated as a prank.
Yeah, right.
Because it's either like, I filled an entire car with beans, or it's, I'm going to blow up the airport.
It's
That's
like
the stage we're at now.
I feel like it's a lot of
It's one or the other.
there's no in between.
it's a lot of like putting the public in the prank and making
Yeah.
them the butt of the joke, you know, where it's just a random civilian walking down the road and then you're like, hey.
He also didn't do it in public. He did in private.
With one cop.
216-859-8699. Let me know. Do you have a bomb?
Hi, this is Melissa,
And hey, it's Matt.
coming at you from Synergy Music Studio.
We are a recording and production studio located on the south side near Chicago.
Check us out online at synergymusicstudio.com. We offer recording, mixing, and mastering.
And follow us on Instagram at Synergy Music Studio. Rock hard.
Hey, Style here, and I want to take a minute to talk to you about Hellbender Vinyl, a proud supporter of local and independent music and a proud supporter of WSRR Radio. Hellbender Vinyl is one of America's most trusted custom vinyl pressing plants. Located in Upper Lawrenceville on Butler Street, Hellbender is Pittsburgh's first and only vinyl record pressing plant and is here to help local bands and artists get their albums onto vinyl. Hellbender Vinyl offers vinyl record pressings to ensure that albums don't just end up as a bunch of ones and zeros floating around somewhere on the internet. So, if you're interested in giving your album a physical release, you can visit hellbendervinyl.com to start the conversation today. Plus, every customer at Hellbender Vinyl receives 5 free test presses to review at no additional cost. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
The Artificial Intelligence Podcast is the only show written, voiced, and scored entirely by AI. All episodes are available now on stylesrebelradio.com.
Whoever's the owner of the gray sedan, you left the Rebel Radio Show playing.
Hey, welcome back to the Rebel Radio Show. 216-859-8699 is that number to text in. Once again, that's 216-859-8699. Works for any of the WSRR programming. Make sure you take us with you wherever you go with the free Live 365 app. You can listen on your phone.
Yeah.
You can listen on your smart speaker.
Yeah.
Smart speaker.
Smart speaker.
Your Spartan speaker if you're in Halo.
Ah! Yeah. I'm Master Chief. Hey.
Yeah.
You mean John Halo?
I shoot people. I shoot the grunts.
I need a weapon. You can listen on your smart speaker, your Spartan speaker, or you can pair us with your car stereo, either with Bluetooth or by using the app on your touchscreen radios.
You can use like Apple CarPlay has a Live 365 app.
And the best part about that,
Are we on Samsung Fridge yet?
we might be.
Are we
We're
on
on
the-
Roku.
Are we on the fridge? Yes.
We're on Roku TVs. You can listen on a Roku TV. But the best part about pairing us with your car speaker, easy for me to say,
Hey.
is that I'm going to go out on a limb and say you probably won't be telepathically or telegraphically contacted by Kanye West through it.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully I do.
Please
But-
let us know if you are. 216-859-8699
Yeah.
if Kanye is reaching out to you.
We can't confirm or deny that.
But this woman in Kentucky claims that Kanye West, quote, telegraphically told her to steal a car with a child inside.
So when you first brought this in,
Yeah.
I was super confused because I read
Grant, you should be.
I read the headline
Yeah.
and you were like reading through the art and I was like, what do you mean telegraphically?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Send out a telegraph.
The woman herself is claiming that Kanye spoke to her telegraphically.
But she means telepathically.
Right,
Well,
okay.
I don't think we know. What if he actually did telegraphically?
Sent
Maybe
her a
not.
telegraph?
Maybe he sent her a telegraph. We don't
Sent her
know.
a singing telegram.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
This woman, this is Kentucky.
Yeah, so a Kentucky woman.
A Kentucky woman. She stole a car and she was seen on footage on security cameras trying to steal multiple cars.
Oh,
So like instantly her claim doesn't hold up
right.
unless like she was looking for the kid
She
in the
was
car.
urgent.
Yeah.
She wanted.
Yeah.
She was following Kanye's orders.
She was following Kanye's
She's on it, boss.
demands.
She was trying to steal a car. They caught her trying to break into cars. She got into this one woman's car and was inside the car when the owner came back out and pulled her out of the car by her hair. Her child was also in the back seat.
Wow.
And the cops came and she gave the statement that Kanye had telegraphically told her to steal this car.
That's
and
so
no
insane.
further information was given about Kanye West.
Yeah, because this lady was on cocaine. This
Does
lady
it
was
say
on
that?
crack cocaine. No, it doesn't say that, but that's just my
Allegedly.
yeah, that's just my Shane's alleged
Could have been a prank.
assumption.
Could have been
I
a
guess
prank.
it
Yeah, it
could've
could have
been
been
a
a
prank.
TikTok prank.
Yeah, what's
and
worse?
this one, and she actually deleted the footage.
That's what I'm saying. Would you rather her have said bomb? Seems
was-
like
See, no-
seems
see,
like
no.
Shane is more
See-
pro stealing a car
see,
for Kanye than
This
bomb.
lady was on drugs.
It's two sides of chaos here. The
duality
first one,
of chaos.
The first one being arguably sobriety, like based off of just soberness, and
This is what happens when you're sober for too long.
you're 20 years old. This lady, how old is this lady? Did it say how old she was?
28.
28. Okay, so
Ricky Ann Smith.
this is the difference between millennials and Gen Z right here. Gen Z out here trying to bomb places. Millennials out here getting telegraphs.
So what you're
teasers.
saying is Shane and I would be stealing a car for Kanye, and you and Jules would be bombing the
Yeah,
airport.
because you get telegraphs still, you old fucks.
Yeah, why didn't they test her for drugs?
There's no information.
She was clearly on some kind of drugs
Yeah, we're
to
on.
say that Kanye telegraphically told her to steal a fucking car. And
think
they're
he's-
just like, all right, on your way, lady.
So the lady also claimed, this is the only other piece of information we have.
Mhm.
The lady claimed that her car had broken down the highway. She hitchhiked to where she was stealing these cars, or trying to steal these
What
cars.
the fuck?
The police later found out that her car was wrecked on the side of the road into trees on I-64, and she abandoned her car.
Okay.
They look in the back. There's
That's
a
a whole
telegraph.
other
she was
crime.
on drugs.
They're like, oh my gosh, she was telling the truth.
They look in the back. There's a telegraph from Kanye.
Actually, they're like, oh my god, she's right.
All right, we gotta talk to Kanye on this one.
we gotta find the car.
Did they even consult Kanye?
They should have. Listen, no one should be consulting Kanye these days. That man's
He's
mind
been
is goo.
quiet.
That man's mind is goo.
He's been good the past couple months.
has
He's
been
been learning
good.
Morse.
I think he's just bad all the way. I think we just let him.
He hasn't been doing anything.
Yeah, just let him not do anything for the rest of his life.
He's been learning Morse.
He's a
He's
crazy
been
man.
telegraphing people to do
He's
his
been,
bidding.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been telegraphing people in the background.
All I'm saying is, if
He's-
anybody's going to be able to telepathically or telegraphically convince people to steal cars, it's Kanye West.
It's the yay. It's the
I
yay, dude.
don't
Is it
disagree
yay
with
or is
you.
it ye?
It's
It's
the
yay.
It's the yay because
Is
it's
it?
Kanye.
That makes so much more
Yeah.
sense.
Kanye.
It's the yay.
Yeah.
He would definitely have a carrier pigeon if they were still around.
See, I can't do it.
It's
You
not
do it.
me.
You do it.
Not that big.
Yeah.
It's not me.
You
But
got
he
your-
would. He
your-
would
is your car
definitely
locked?
send one out.
Huh?
Is your car locked?
Yes.
Dude's over here talking about carrier pigeons stealing cars.
Hey, be careful. My car eats people. So I've heard.
And
Not
it has
me,
a
though.
bomb.
Not me though.
My
And
car
there's
is an
fentanyl
active.
in it.
My car is an active bomb.
Yeah, my car's a threat.
This
Careful.
lady's more of a threat than the guy with the bomb. This lady's
I agree.
actually committing crimes.
Yeah, this lady's a threat. And so, like, what? The police just
They just brushed it off.
Did they take her?
They took her to
in?
jail, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
Okay,
had to
okay.
because she crashed her car and
Right.
left
She was
the
charged with kidnapping and auto theft.
Oh, that's right.
Good.
She
These damn
actually got in
Kentucky.
the car.
Yeah, she was ready to drive off with this lady's kid
That's so
for
scary.
Kanye.
That's why did the mom,
Buy her hair.
Why did
Yeah.
the mom leave
Yeah.
the kid in the car?
Also a good point.
That
That was
seems
my
li-
first thought.
That seems a little unsafe. Wherever you're going, I'm gonna take my child in the car.
Yeah.
Or
Kanye said you'll be all right.
Kanye telegraphed me. He said, "Leave the kid in the car."
She's playing Kanye
With
and the
the
radio is like,
doors
he's speaking to you,
unlocked.
honey.
Yeah, right. Were the doors unlocked too?
From what
It
it
had
seems
to
like,
have
because
been.
she tried to break into several cars.
I
So
would
either
think-
she really couldn't get into those ones, and this one was really easy,
Yeah, right. She
or
just
the door was unlocked.
Well,
Yeah.
how bad is the breaking in attempt? Do you think she just like went up and tried to open the door, or do you think she actually tried to like
Well, so I have a story. My
smash
car
the
tried
windows?
to actively get broken into while I was in it one time.
Oh,
Oh. So robbed?
Well,
You
no.
rose-
This lady
jumped?
definitely was like getting telegraphs from Kanye.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, you had
Um,
one of them people.
Yeah. So
One
I
of
was
Kanye's boys.
I was
one
picking
of
up
his
my
goons?
aunt from work, and the shopping plaza is kind of like a bad area.
Yeah.
And I pull around, and I see this lady going up to different cars, and I give her a minute. I pull in right in front of the store, and she walks up to my like driver's side door immediately, and like looks like she's trying to reach for, and so I pull out, like I'm not even fully in the spot. I pull out, peel out, and before I can even like peel out, she is going up to this red truck that's like kind of adjacent from me, and there was someone in that car too, and they peeled out as well. And I watched this lady try to get into like 6 or 7 more cars that were locked, but like all parked in the parking lot.
She was just tugging on handles?
Right, just tugging on handles. And she was 1000% cracked out. Like, I could tell from the minute she walked down the sidewalk up to my car. Like I said, I wasn't even fully pulled into the spot before she was like at my door, and I hit the reverse and
she was just waiting.
Right, she was, and
she wasn't even caring that you were in there at all.
No, right, it was super weird. And so I called my aunt, and I was like, "Hey, Auntie, like I'm picking you up in the back today. Like there's a crack lady.
Auntie, you're on your own."
Yeah, pretty much. No, I told her
Kanye sending his boys out here again.
Kanye and the boys are out here, and they mean business. But yeah, no, lady tried. I guess she tried to break into my car, but it was just a crack lady. It was no harm, really.
I'm definitely more afraid of people that are cracked out of their mind on drugs than I am of just regular criminals.
Yeah, because the people cracked out don't get like I said, she came right up to my door.
Yeah,
like I was in it, not even pulled into the spot yet, and she was already essentially at my handle.
She watched you pull in.
Yeah, right. She watched me pull in, and like I said,
you were probably the prime target because these are all parked and locked. You're about to get out of your car. You're going to be easier to open that door.
Right. Yeah, no, it was super suspect. And like I said, she gets up to my handle. I immediately hit reverse. I'm peeling out, and before I can even like completely go from reverse to forward again to leave, she's at a red truck that's adjacent to me, trying to get into the back of that dude's car, and that guy peels out too.
I wonder if she was successful at all that day.
I don't know.
I hope.
I've left. Like I went around back to get my aunt before I could watch the end of the show. So
I would have stuck around.
I don't know.
Watch the show.
Yeah, I don't know what the finale was.
I'm like, hey, listen, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I gotta see how this thing plays out.
The TiVo on this one.
I gotta see what Kanye's master plan is here with all these vehicles.
See what Kanye's telegraphing over here. But yeah, that was a really scary. And I feel like this lady was definitely cracked out. Probably
such a weird pull. Such a weird pull, because like we did the story about the guy who broke into the Chick-fil-A worker's house, his coworker, and like smeared his blood on the wall and had a CD with like chants that he wanted to play for an exorcism. And his whole logic is, well, she's possessed and I need to save her.
That shit was so weird.
That is at least like, I'm not saying it's logical in terms of it makes sense, but I can piece it together of where he was coming from, of like pulling a random thing.
Did she tell Kanye's whole mission? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing more. Why Kanye?
Yeah, why?
I think it's a crack
Why
thing.
listen to
I think
Kanye?
her brain was just. I'm
why?
assuming the officer was trying to get information out of this lady, but this lady was actively on drugs, and so couldn't.
She was actively listening to Kanye.
She's actively listening to Kanye.
Which
she
is
couldn't
better
like
than
formulate
drugs.
sentences or anything like that. She just wasn't making sense.
Do you think she was listening to Kanye when she crashed her car?
Probably.
You think Kanye was telling her to go to the airport?
Hopefully.
What do you think he'd say when he's there? 216-859-8699. What's Kanye telling you? Imagine spending hundreds of dollars of your own money to advertise a massive corporation. Now imagine that same corporation using your money to pay a public figure to sell a product back to you. Unfortunately, you don't have to imagine. Corporate product placement is the monopoly of the clothing industry as we know it. That's where GenericClothes.com comes in. Stick it to these big brand clothing cunts by wearing something straight and to the point. GenericClothes.com's got you covered and lets you have a laugh at their expense. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point. With shirts like floral pattern, trademark logo, music band, and more. Once again, that's GenericClothes.com.
Everybody
everybody, this is the Pidge, and I'm here to tell you that I hate everything that you send me, but I love it at the same time because holy shit. That's all I gotta say to that. If you guys don't know me, I'm the Pidge, and I'm one of the members of the Styles Rebel Radio page. You probably won't hear me as much on the Rebel podcast because I'm away in Arizona, but every month I come out with the show. Submit your stuff into the Styles Rebel Radio Discord page under the Pigeonhole section, and it will be featured on the next show. Unless there's racial slurs. See ya!
Styles Rebel Radio. Read the sign. 15 for dudes. Girls get in free past 7.
So speaking of bombs and crime,
Yeah.
carjackings,
As you do.
Jacking cars.
jacking off,
Jack and
Whacking.
Jill.
Went up a hill.
Jack and Diane.
Oh.
sucking on a chili dog
Yeah, buddy.
on a Monday at 5.
Sonic's chili dog.
We're gonna pivot from all that and talk about GameStop for a little bit.
Yeah, buddy.
Not sponsored by GameStop,
But
we'd
we'd
like
like
to
to
be.
be. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
I feel like that's a relatively realistic one to be sponsored by GameStop.
That'd be really cool.
Power to the
GameStop?
players.
Yeah. That
Styles
little bunny.
wearing a GameStop.
I used to work at
shirt.
GameStop, guys.
He's wearing a GameStop
A what?
sweatshirt right now.
A what?
GameStop. GameShop.
You're lucky we're not sponsored by GameStop.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we are sponsored by Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, GenericClothes.com, and Hellbender Vinyl out of Pittsburgh. You can visit SynergyMusicStudio.com, GenericClothes.com, or HellbenderVinyl.com to get to all their respective sites. And if you're in Northern Ohio, you can also give Clearview Windows a call. It's
Yeah.
getting a little colder outside, so now's the time to get those windows replaced and try and save some money on your heating bill coming
Yeah.
up.
Nice, squeaky,
yeah.
clean windows.
Are you drunk?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I wish
this
I need
guy's-
another beer.
Another beer will help.
Hopefully.
All right, what'll help GameStop, though, is the question.
So GameStop is moving select locations. I don't know right now how many. I know that it's like only a couple stores in like test market
Mhm.
cities. They're moving to what they're calling GameStop Retro. And so instead of like the new games that are releasing
Yeah.
now, they'll be selling like NES and SNES, Game Boy, Genesis, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, Dreamcast, N64, GameCube, like the original Xbox, the
Yeah.
DS, 360, Wii, the PS3, the Wii U, and then the PS Vita. So like the earliest they go, it looks like, is 2012, which is a long time ago, and they go as far back as 1985, which is pretty sick. So you can get game like for the PS2 market, that's sick. And the only thing about this, from what I've read and what I'm hearing, because this was announced maybe like a week ago now, or maybe a little less than that. But from what I'm hearing is like this is still super expensive, and it makes more sense to find a Facebook Marketplace
And
or
lowball the shit out of
Mhm.
them.
lowball the shit out of some. No, but like find the local retro game stores,
Yeah.
and they're still going to have the better pricing than this GameStop. But I think it's a very cool idea, and I would like to go to one.
So I didn't bring this in. You brought this in.
Yeah.
But let me give you guys a little inside baseball here.
Ooh, I
Uh,
love when we're inside the baseball game.
I fucking love baseball.
Who's
you know
on
me.
third?
Who's on first?
Me.
What's on second?
There is a base. Dumbass.
Buddy, you ain't even in the band.
Ugh.
How do you look around?
I'm tooting to my own drum. I'm tooting
Tooting it.
I'm tooting to the beat of my own.
Shane with a drumstick in his mouth trying to play it like a flute.
Yeah.
No, so GameStop retro locations are a thing in every district. And they
Hmm.
have been for a long time.
Oh.
I think since 2015.
Oh.
Every chain
I
of
didn't-
GameStops in your district, there's
Yeah.
usually 4 to 5 in a district,
Sure.
roughly.
Sure.
Every one of those clusters has a retro store.
So do
Um,
you just look up GameStop Retro on your app?
No,
Like your maps?
no. So
Hmm.
if you're ordering online, you
Mm.
can order it from any GameStop in your area. Like if your local GameStop isn't the retro store,
Yeah.
they will either hand carry, meaning someone from that store will take it to that store for you,
Oh.
and they can pick it up there, or they'll
Yeah.
just ship it to your house.
Interesting.
But within those districts, everyone has a retro store. And when I worked there 2 or 3 years ago,
Mhm.
it was Wii U, PS3, Xbox 360, DS, 3DS, maybe some select Game Boy games,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe some select like PSP games.
Mm,
But that was your retro selection.
Yeah.
So how it works is people could trade in those games at any location.
Right.
So Left 4 Dead 2 is a good example. Left 4 Dead 2 trade in was like $8-9 or something like that. And you can go to any GameStop, trade that in, get your $8 or $9.
Mm-hmm.
That once GameStop has that game, if they're not a retro store, they literally just put it in a drawer until the end of the week, and then they make a shipment to the retro store, and that store then sells the physical game at their store.
Interesting.
But you can go to, if you know, so like in Akron, the physical retro GameStop is in Belden Village.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Belden Village GameStop, they have a 360 section, a PS3 section, a Wii section.
Interesting.
Yeah. But also while I was there, they were talking about doing this and having more specified and publicly specified retro stores.
Yeah.
Because we did start selling like plug and play, like flashback games and stuff like that.
Okay.
But also with this, the other side of this is some stores are going to be PC stores.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very interesting, and they're probably not saying this on purpose
Mhm.
because
You
I
wanna
feel
do,
like
a soft rollout type thing.
well, if I had to make a really big jab at a very big concept that I don't know much about, I would have to say that this is like hidden because it will lose investors and shit like that who have the mindset of GameStop is for gamers and PC, like you think consoles, controllers,
Yeah.
discs, you don't think
Steam,
Steam,
and mouse and keyboard.
right.
Yeah.
And so there might be like old head investors who are like, what the hell is this PC shit? You guys are gonna lose money. I'm out.
Let me
you know?
tell you something more about GameStop corporate.
Sure.
They love digital sales.
Hmm.
Because it's easier. We don't have to buy product. We don't have to worry about shelf space.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of games that'll come out for even for Xbox One, not One S or X,
Mm-hmm.
they only would release digital for the new generation.
Mm.
So if you wanted on Xbox One standard, you would have to come into the store and get a digital code that you paid for in store on your receipt
Wow.
to buy it.
That's wild.
I'm not a fan of all these new games becoming digital. I'm not.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Yeah, I don't.
I
love
like
it.
the disc. I like having it and putting it in. It feels more real than like if the internet goes down or some shit, you can still play
Right.
single player.
and
in
it
that
becomes a
game.
problem too. I feel like of if your console or your PC or whatever, if it doesn't have at least 1 terabyte,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Which was a huge issue with the PS5 when it rolled out, is none of them had a terabyte.
Right.
And then to get the internal extra terabyte, because Sony locked down how they did their storage, you couldn't use a Seagate, you couldn't use any external hard drive. It had to be Sony's or it wouldn't
Mhm.
work.
Mm-hmm.
Those were like $250 starting price.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Yeah, for a terabyte of storage for Sony.
That's insane.
Ugh. Well,
So
a
they're
terabyte
price
for-
gouging for the
Oh, yeah.
storage that you would need for
Right.
PS5 games, all the
well-
games that you would want, especially if it's an all digital market that we're moving
Mhm.
towards, and they have a PS5 that doesn't have a disc
Yeah.
thing.
Here's my big complaint about that. Well, I have two, but my biggest thing while I was working there was always this. Games were $60 new.
Mm-hmm.
When we got to this generation, PS5 and the One S and X,
70 now.
they became 70
Yeah.
because they
Yes.
didn't drop the price of the previous gen. They just increased the price of new
Yes.
gen.
Yes.
So customers would come in and say, "Why the fuck am I paying $70 for Madden?" And I'd go, "I don't know. I don't set the prices. That's just
Yeah,
current
right.
gen games would cost that much."
Right.
Then you'd have the people that would buy a current gen game digitally, and they'd still pay $70.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
because on Steam you can put your game to any price.
Yeah.
Like you can set your game to any price. Like I remember it was Moist Critical. He bought and played a game, like a real trash indie game, for like $2,000.
Well,
Oh,
And it
so
was
so
like,
there's
yeah,
there's
dude.
games on Steam that are donation based like that.
Well, I don't think it's donate. I don't know if it's
It is.
donation. I
So-
guess that's the clause around it or some shit.
No,
like
because
that.
creators on Steam will put their games for free, but you can pay to play the game. So like if
Well, they
if,
had, like,
if I'm
the
an
set
indie
price.
developer,
No, but they had like the set price of the retail game is like $2,000.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
they
had to
can do
get
that.
it. Yeah. And I'm just saying that's crazy that you can just set your own price
Yeah.
for just like an indie game.
I
And that
was,
became a joke for a while. It was like, look at this shitty game that people are
Yeah.
gonna buy for $2,000.
That's something that became really apparent to me like recently. I'm trying to, or at least I've been thinking about buying the new Call of Duty,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to play the new Zombies, and it looks fun, and I haven't played a Call of Duty game in a while, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I've been playing too much Fortnite anyway. But
Dude's
I
gonna be on
hear it.
Fortnite tonight.
He's gonna be
I
on
am.
tonight.
I am 100%. But like I realized, oh, I'm gonna have to pay $70 for this game.
Yeah.
If I want like the digital deluxe, it's gonna be 110 or 120 now, as opposed to 100.
Yeah.
And just everything in terms of the buying of a video game process has gone up. And like I can still, and I have to buy PlayStation Network, which I would have that sort of thing, but I don't. And so it's just, there's a lot of added expenses I feel
Yeah.
like they tack on now with gaming.
I think regardless, a digital copy should be less money.
Yeah.
Because again,
100%.
you don't own it. If you get locked out of your account, you don't have that game anymore.
Yeah, you can't play it.
Like you said, now everything's online, especially with current gen. If you don't have Live or PSN, you can't even play the damn game you bought.
Right.
You have to have
That's
internet.
insane.
You have to have
Yeah.
internet to play digital games.
Yeah, right.
You can't do it offline.
Right.
Because I got the Xbox Series S, which doesn't have a disc thing in it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to be on internet. To
Yeah.
play
As soon
it.
as you're not on
So,
internet,
yeah.
it's a potato.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
so terrible. So horrible. I hate that shit so much.
Yeah, it's such an ass backwards system, and I know this is big with like internet software, so like Adobe and things like that.
Mhm.
They made the argument of purchasing is not owning. Purchasing is separate from owning.
That's
So you can
weird.
purchase the software, you can
Yeah,
purchase your
right.
digital game. That doesn't mean you own it.
But they
if-
can take
if-
it away at any point.
If purchasing is not owning, then piracy is not theft.
Yeah, right.
And I am a pirate.
Yarg. And I'm a cowboy.
You're not a
No,
cowboy.
Yes, I am. I have the hat to prove
He has
it.
the hat to prove
Fuck
it.
you guys.
Yeah, buddy. I wonder if this will like shift the culture though, in a way of like people start to go back. It's more of a norm and not a niche to play retro games because of things like this. I mean, yeah, sure, it's all stupidly expensive right now. I'm assuming buying a PS2 from one of these GameStop retro stores is $200.
Yeah,
Around-
probably.
around
Probably
that
around there for
ballpark?
PS2, yeah.
Which is, that's kind of
High.
that's high.
I can go on
Yeah.
Facebook and find one for 40 with
Right.
2 controllers.
Right.
Okay, and then I'll lowball the shit out of that guy and get it for 25.
But I wonder if this, in
Love
general,
lowballing.
the fact that these are here now is going to change the way people play video games, and so then that will influence like big companies like Sony and Microsoft to make more
Games like that, like
Right.
the old games,
like
because
the-
games,
like
have fallen
the old
out.
games. Right.
Game-
I'm wondering if this will shift the culture to more single player offline games
Yeah.
Mhm.
becoming more popular again, which would be sick, very cool.
The
Yeah.
first company that goes back and makes physical hard drive, not a cloud, not has to be online to get the game, physical disc will down. You don't have to install the fucking disc to play it. The first company that goes back to gaming like that is going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
I think
No.
it's going to be Bungie. I think they
Their
might
own
I
console?
think not their own console,
The
but I think
Bungie
they might. I
console.
think they might come back with like a disc only exclusive game.
Hmm.
I think
Maybe.
they might because people, they associate Bungie with the old Halos,
Right.
and the generation they're marketing to is ours, who
Right.
peaked in like the 2010s.
I don't know, man. Soldier Boy tried it with the Soldier game.
Well,
The
yeah,
Soldier
that
didn't
game
work
was
out.
Hey, the Soldier game was sick. I love my Soldier
You're
game.
the only person in America that got the Soldier game.
I
Wait,
love my-
You actually had the Soldier game?
No, I wish.
Oh.
That'd be cool.
Damn it!
None of them ever shipped. He got fucking arrested for
Yeah.
it, didn't he?
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah,
so.
that's right.
I think so. Yeah, this is cool
Just
though.
Stole money from people.
Let's bring back playing old games, and hopefully let's bring back the
Bring back LAN parties.
yeah,
bring
the
it
culture
back.
of old gaming and shit like that. Because online gaming is cool and fun, but
Mhm.
only to an extent, I've realized. And now they make a lot of games that are only fun if you're playing online
Yeah.
with friends. And so if you play single player, it's just kind of like, well, this feels empty now.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is like you think about the Xbox 360, right?
Mhm.
And you can give me a laundry list of games that you'd play on the 360.
Right?
What are you currently playing? Maybe 3 games.
Yeah, right.
And,
It has-
and part of that is because you have maybe the space for 3 games too.
yeah, right. It
People used to
dwindled down.
people used to search in the Walmart bins
Yeah.
for
Right,
games and
right.
shit like that. They're like, "Oh, cool, whatever."
Something new
Now
to
it-
play. Right.
Yeah. Now it's just
Nothing.
It's part of
Nothing,
physical
dude.
media going away. The physical,
is.
like you
I
said the other
really-
week about
Best Buy.
Best Buy not having DVDs anymore.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. I won't be surprised if in 5 years Walmart doesn't have games on the shelves.
That'd be so sad. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes a situation where they still sell all the consoles and the accessories and the controllers, but they don't sell the games themselves.
Because people are on the hunt for those old game consoles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
When I was here in town, like a couple days ago, my grandfather sold the old Xbox 360 that he used to have, and there were people on
I'm trying to
eBay.
buy one. You could have just told me.
I didn't know. There were people on eBay that were like offering him like $400
Yeah.
for it,
That's
and he was
insane.
he thought it was like 50 or
Right.
something like that. No, they're offering him like brand new, even more expensive prices than when it came out.
It hurts. I sold my fucking DS, my DS Lite, like 10 years ago for $20 at a garage sale.
Dude.
And I go to the exchange and see it for $125 for a fucking DS Lite.
Actually, I can tell that this is about so one time I was at a local garage sale with Eric H,
Yeah.
who's been on the show
Yeah.
recently. He sold Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario Party, and maybe Mario Party or something like that. It was another big GameCube game. He sold them all at this garage sale for like $40 for the lot. And I think he sold his GameCube too.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was biting my teeth because I knew
Right.
like what these were, and I didn't want to jump in and like gouge,
Yeah.
like be a dick on Eric's sale, you know. But like as soon as the guy walked away, I was like, "Oh, you could have! Why did you do that?"
You want to talk about that? I watched my aunt sell Ocarina of Time.
The original.
Yeah, and on the gold cartridge
Oh,
for $20
Oh,
that
to
hurt.
someone on
man,
Facebook.
dude.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, shit like that is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so wild
You
how
go to any old games.
That's
change,
$75
exchange
minimum.
Store,
Yeah,
it's
right.
$75
Yeah.
minimum in the glass case. You have to
Yeah.
have somebody unlock it for you.
right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But then again, there are like definitely old consoles that I don't think should like. I think in general, all of these retro consoles are price gouged.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way I'm paying fucking over $100 for a NES or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
But like, you go to the exchange and they'll have an Xbox 360 standard white classic edition for $400.
yeah, that's insane.
Go fuck yourself.
That's
Yeah,
so
it's
insane.
like-
I didn't pay $400 for this thing new.
Right, right. Yeah,
That probably has the red ring on it anyways. Yeah.
the whole retro gaming market is very interesting because I think the niche culture drove up the prices, but now if it does
Yeah.
become mainstream, they're gonna sit at those prices then, you know?
Right.
And like either it's gonna go down and retro gaming will become a niche again, or it's gonna stay popular and be popular. Like these GameStop retro locations are gonna get popular and the prices are gonna stay
You
the
think
same.
are they going to stay the same? I think they're going to go up.
I'll say this.
They might.
I think they're going to go
if
up.
it gets super popular, it would.
Yeah.
I'll say this. The first GameStop store that I worked in transitioned to a PC store.
Mm.
And everyone who worked there went, this is stupid as fuck. No one's going to come up. Like, we're going to lose business
Right.
if we mainly carry PC stuff. Because who goes to GameStop for PC stuff?
Yeah,
Right.
you just go on Steam if you're on PC.
We did great business.
Hmm.
Because we sold pre-built PCs by iBuyPower.
Oh, that
we
type
sold
of PC.
we
yeah.
sold individual parts. We
Mm.
sold headsets. We sold keyboards. We sold all the Razer products. No, they made a fucking killing. They sold laptops.
The
you
hardware
could buy in
and the
store, yeah.
accessories. Interesting.
And honestly, it's a lot cheaper to go buy a fucking nice pre-built PC for $1,500 than part
Right.
one out and build it and
right.
do all that shit.
Yeah, no, I've always thought if I get a PC, I'm just going to get a pre-built one.
Yeah,
Just
that-
pay the
That's
lump
what
sum.
that's what we're running on WSR
Yeah.
radio.
You-
It's literally an iBuyPower PC from GameStop.
You got
Yeah.
some PC nerds listening in like, what the fuck are you talking
All the
about?
Yeah,
PC
no,
nerds are
100%.
gonna
You
go
have
off
to
on
build
me.
it.
100%.
You have to
Fuck them.
spend it's cheaper. It's $100 less.
Fuck them. Yeah, no, I'm buying a pre-built. I don't care.
Once upon a time, I worked for a radio station, and they spent like $700, $800 to build a PC to run the station, and then they decided to send it to a laptop in the UK, and then they decided to never sell sponsorship. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no.
I think we're doing all right with our pre-built PC and
Yeah,
our
we're
Dell
doing
Latitude
good.
as a sub.
I think we're doing good. I think we're doing mighty fine for where we're at.
Not
on our
sponsored
own.
by iBuyPower, but
we'd
we'd like to be.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
100%.
also a weird niche market of just like build and pre-build PC gamers only too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
people are really particular about
They'll
like
divide themselves.
yeah,
100%.
they consider themselves better.
It's like
than
controller
pre-built.
versus mouse and keyboard. There's
Yeah.
always an argument in the gaming
Yeah.
world. You know, there's always a this or that in the gaming world.
I feel like that's a larger debate though, rather than pre-built and built PCs. Because
the only people having that argument are people on PC.
Yeah, yeah,
No one else cares.
yeah. No one else does. Well, I mean, we don't really know because we're primarily console players, so
Yeah,
we're not really in that market.
I'm a mobile gamer.
That's the
I
thing.
play the Hexagon game on my phone.
Oh, he's
I
always.
feel so
hexing up,
inferior because
hexed
I'm a
up.
console gamer, but
I don't.
I
I said this at GameStop all the time. People would come in and they'd look at these PCs, number one, and then they'd look at the Oculus, which baseline was $400 for the cheap one, right?
Yeah.
And they'd say, is it really worth this, or is getting the X really worth getting over the S for the Xbox?
right.
And I'm going to say, they do the same thing unless you have a 4K TV, number one. They're the same processor.
Right.
How often are you really going to be playing this? I am not 15 anymore. I don't spend most of my day playing Xbox.
Right.
It's not worth me buying a $5,000 PC to sit and play Xbox. It's not worth buying a fucking $400 Oculus to sit and play Xbox.
Right.
For $250 brand new, I think the Xbox One S was the best modern console to come out because it was cheap. It only had 500 gig hard drive, but so did the PlayStation 5.
And it could take
Right.
discs and Blu-ray and
No.
everything.
The S doesn't take discs.
Oh, not the S. You said the Xbox One.
The Xbox One S.
Oh, the One S.
Yes,
oh,
the One S. Because
okay.
$250. It did only have a 500 hard drive, but so did the PlayStation 5 when it came out, and it ran the same software as the One X. I don't have the fucking time to sit here and justify spending $600 on a console.
Valid.
That was
Valid.
my
The
argument.
fridge, dude.
The fridge.
Yeah,
That's
the
all
smart
it is.
fridge.
They might have the fridge.
And there is the fridge now.
You gotta get the smart
you,
fridge.
Like you can get the mini fridge, like the Xbox Series X mini fridge.
No,
like they sell it. Xbox.
I'm into
sells it.
Shane's. I'm just playing on my smart fridge.
Yeah, I'm a smart fridge
yeah.
gamer.
Fortnite smart fridge.
Have one side with the translucent door so I can see all my inventory. On the other side, I'm
You're
playing
there like
Angry Bird.
Iron Man, just
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
just clipping people on Fortnite.
Why are we there? Why are we there with technology where we have smart fridge?
Because we need it.
Where you
dude.
can
Yeah,
tweet
you
from.
need a smart fridge.
If I'm not tweeting from the smart fridge, I'm not tweeting.
so what happens if
There's
you
smart
forget what you're
microwaves.
doing halfway through opening the fridge?
There's smart
How
microwaves.
hang on, whoa, hang on, no. How does that fix anything? If
'Cause then
the
you can
door's
look
already
up.
open,
You
They
can
will
look
tell-
up like, hey, what am I doing right now?
The
And your
fridge.
computer will say, getting some milk.
The fridge will tell you how much milk you have left.
216-859-8699. How much milk do you have left? Of course, that number works for the Rebel Radio Show and all the programming on WSRR Radio. That's programming like Shane's Off Air,
That is my show.
Evan's Pigeonhole.
That is also my show.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Also,
Also,
What? That is my show. The Pigeonhole. What? Hold on. I
I
wasn't paying
do-
attention.
hold
I
on.
wanted to
I
follow
do-
what Shane said.
I do off air.
Yes.
Yeah, you do off air. I do Pigeonhole.
You do pitch.
There we go. We're all doing the Rebel Radio Show. It's live every Monday
did
at
you
5
flip it
p.m.
up on us?
No, you fucked it up.
I fucked it up.
Did you slip a Mickey?
I might have slipped a me.
I might have slipped a disc.
Oh, God.
I need another beer.
We're getting old.
The Rebel Radio Show is live at 5 every Monday right here on WSRR Radio. But of course, it comes out in podcast form every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. All major platforms. That's Spotify, Google, TuneIn, Amazon, Anchor, iHeart, Pandora, you name it. We're on at the Rebel Podcast, 10 a.m. Eastern every Wednesday. But you can just tune into WSRR Radio all throughout the week and weekend for all of our great programming, showtime schedules, and more at WSRRradio.com. Of course, we got to give a shout out to all of our awesome sponsors again. Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago, Illinois. If you're not in Chicago, you can still use Synergy Music's preamping and reamping services. Send in your audio tracks to them. Maybe they need a little cleaned up. Maybe they're not ready for the album or EP release yet.
Yeah.
But they can be through Synergy's reamping studio. They'll run it back through their equipment and send it back to you radio and album ready. Once again, that's Synergy Music Studio out of Chicago. Big shout out to genericlothes.com.
Yeah.
No one cares about the bullshit. Get to the point. Wear your favorite shirts that say political statement, floral shirt, music band,
Yeah.
famous musician, ketamine,
politician.
politician. Any of the big hitters. Again, that's genericlothes.com. Clearview windows if you're in northern Ohio. We're getting ready for colder season fall coming up, so make sure you're saving money and not wasting heat by going out of your windows. Get more energy efficient windows and doors with Clearview Windows by J.D. Miller. And our newest sponsor, Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, Hellbent on service. Hellbender Vinyl is Pittsburgh's #1 and only vinyl pressing plant. They are one of America's most trusted vinyl pressing plants as well.
Bring 'em
So,
back.
Make your next album release a physical album release, not just a bunch of ones and zeros online.
Bring
with
'em back.
hellbendervinyl.com. Whew, that was a lot to get
Yeah,
through.
buddy. You did
You
it.
missed
That was
one.
good.
What'd I miss?
Song of the summer.
And Song of the Summer, of
Yeah.
course. Fuzzy Vandelay's World of Pain has been voted by you as Song of the Summer. Thank you to everybody who went to WSRRradio.com and voted. Over 2,000 votes on the poll. And Fuzzy Vandelay absolutely killed it with Song of the Summer. But big shout out to everybody who was voted for in there as well. And big shout out to Shane for doing the sound effects.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Make sure you tune in WSRR Radio Live 365. Takes us with you wherever you go. And 10 p.m. Eastern on weeknights, you can always catch... He's mouthing 10 over there. You can always catch True Vault Escapades. That's the Fallout-based radio drama. Again, weeknights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Until next time, I've been Radio's Rebel DJ Style. To the right is Shaney.
Bye, bro.
On the board is Jules.
Bye.
To my left is the Pidge.
Peace.
Peace.
Deuces.